All right. Welcome, friends. Today's boy ride. Um, so we're just gonna do some brief introductions here because Andrew is here now. Yay! Hello, Andrew. And
Hey,
then
hello, everyone.
I think we're just gonna discuss very briefly like what we've all been working on recently and some next steps. I don't expect this to be like a super long meeting because I think we're still getting back into doing stuff slowly since our break. But yeah, so we're gonna go around the room and introduce ourselves. So, so Andrew, do you wanna start?
Sure, yeah. My name's Andrew. I knew Maddie back in college. I did a couple of his films. I'm just a film composer. This is my first game venture. I'm very excited. So, yeah, the idea is great, and I've done a bunch of different. I'm very adaptable genre-wise, so I'm very excited. I have not done something of like the Eastern variety, so very excited to kind of dive in head first into the deep end. So yeah.
Thank you, Andrew.
Mhm.
All right, I'll go to Zach because Kevin has food in his mouth right now.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Zach, Maddie, and I have known each other since kindergarten.
It's
Um,
true.
it's always been our dream to make a game
Yeah.
ever since that fateful day we met. But yeah, we're primarily working on the software side of things, and it's also um, well, no longer the first time I'm working on a game since we did the game jam. But yeah, still very new to this stuff.
Oh, Andrew, I should show you the game that we made.
Yeah, yeah.
About the
I'd love to
steamroller.
see
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
That game
yeah,
was
absolutely.
severely lacking in music.
Yeah, it was. I was like, should I add a music track? And I was like looking through like stuff, and we just ended up not doing music. Yeah.
Nice, nice,
Yeah.
sweet.
All right. Kevin.
I'm Kevin. I guess we're doing our connections to Maddie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess. Yeah,
Uh,
that's the one thing about all of you guys.
I
yeah.
okay. I knew Maddie and Zach in elementary school, but they apparently didn't know me
Yeah, Kevin
until
went to our
middle
elementary
school.
school for 1 year.
So yeah, there's a very one-sided relationship
Hmm.
until now. Uh, and then I'm also on the software side of things. Also very new to the game development as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, next
Sweet.
turn.
I'm Nick. I know Maddie because our great great grandparents signed a blood pact centuries ago, and
Yeah.
we're stuck. We
Yeah.
can't get out of it. No, I met him in college too.
Sweet.
I'm on the art side. I do 3D, but I'm also new to the game thing. I've never done a game either until Game Jam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
I made a film in Unreal, but it blew up, so
Yeah.
I have no experience with game engine stuff.
Yeah. All right, and I am Maddie, and I've been
Yeah.
stuck with myself
Nice.
for almost
Yeah.
25 years now, and it sucks. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So Andrew, I work with Nick on like story stuff, and then I kind of like do production and like coordination for like the art and like the game development side with like Maria and then Zach and Kevin respectively. Um,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a bunch of wacky ideas I have, and I'm like, hey, can we do this? And everybody's like, sure, let's figure it out. So that's kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the process, but
Cool.
slowly but
Yeah.
surely we're working on stuff. So I'll be doing the same stuff with you with the music.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's
Sweet.
kind of everybody. Maria's not here, but I think you know Maria from college. Yeah.
I've seen her. And
Okay.
I've seen some of her stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you'll meet her in a meeting or a couple meetings from now
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. No, yeah, yeah. Sure. Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So in that case, I guess we can start going over what we were working on. I guess I'll start briefly with what Nick and Maria and I were doing a little bit. We don't have too much to show because the ball was kind of in Maria's court to do some stuff. But she's not here, which is fine. But essentially, if you look in the concept channel, what we dropped in last week were we were just kind of like planning out the map of the
Mm.
starting town. Um, in
Sweet.
terms of where things would go. So the town is kind of like a tiered cove structure, in the side of a cliff face, Andrew. So um
Yeah.
if you guys look at this like rainbow colored scribble,
You're
it
not
show
streaming, pal.
well it's in the
Oh, is it in? Sorry,
concept channel,
sorry,
Nick.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So if you look at this rainbow colored mess,
Yeah.
that you were there for anyway, Nick.
Mhm. Well, I just meant for everyone else. Jeez.
I know. So all the blue is like the topmost layer of the cliff face, and then all the colored sections are like tiers, like going down towards the water.
Yeah.
Um, so if you you can't really zoom in on Discord, but if you open in browser or if you download it, which you don't have to, I'm not gonna make you do that. But if you did, you would see that we scribbled little notes on like which buildings go where.
Yeah.
So just kind of trying to get a general mapping of where stuff is. And it's very ugly right now because we did this in a meeting and then Maria was going to go in and make it look prettier. But she's not here right now, so we're postponing that till another time. But that's kind of what we're working on.
Sweet.
And then other than that, Nick and I just briefly went over some like 3D workflow, which we don't really have to bore you guys with right now. If there's something that like in terms of like the modeling or like the animation or something that we feel like would intersect with like the development side of stuff, we would let you know, right? But we have not run into any of that yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick.
You are 100% correct.
Okay, sweet. All right, so do you my software homies want to do a little description of what we've been doing?
Yeah. So the past couple weeks, we've been like hashing out everything that we need for the battle system, and just kind of listing stuff out so we can go and like create a overall architecture for how we want that to look. And we had a rough first draft for that our last meeting, and that's in the coding channel. It doesn't
Yes.
really have to make much sense unless you're planning on working on it, but pretty much has everything we need to get started. So I think for future action item, we can start implementing that in Unreal.
Nice. I guess Zach, I want to send you the model, like not the model, the file, the Unreal project, I guess, with the most recent like version of the town that I had. I guess we can discuss as like a 3D slash development discussion, like what the best way to set it up would be, because I like made like a big version, then like a scaled down version of the town. So maybe this is a Nick question, but um Nick, what were you saying would be the best scale to like do stuff at? Because like when I send the project to Zach, or if we make like a GitHub
Mhm.
with the project file on it, I want it to be like at least a little more set up so we can start
Yeah.
implementing stuff in like the right way. Everything's the right
I
size.
mean, honestly, I don't really know for sure because unfortunately, a lot of stuff with scale, like it's program to program and what plays nice with scale and what doesn't. So it's unfortunately something we probably learn by doing. But like, I'm not against just starting with like what we think our quote unquote real scale is. Like if Samurai is 5 centimeters tall or whatever, then he's 5 centimeters tall in game. You know,
Okay.
like I'm not opposed to that. But I'm also not opposed to like starting at a middle ground, like multiplying that by like 10 or something. You know.
Okay.
Um,
In
yeah.
that
So I think
case,
either way, it's kind of 6 and 1/2. You know,
okay.
as in the other.
Okay, in that case, in terms of schedule, because okay, well, twofold. So art meeting is usually after dev meeting because dev meeting's on
Mhm.
Monday, and art meeting's on Tuesday. Um, are you available to meet like sometime like in the next couple days or like over the weekend to like try to figure the scale stuff out just so
Yeah, I mean,
we
I'm
could
probably down. Probably we could schedule later, but probably maybe Sunday for a little bit.
okay.
Are you saying because you want that to be like in place before we start working in Unreal.
Well, yeah, just so like I can like give you like the proper file to like work within. So we don't have to like remake everything in like
Mhm.
another.
Yeah, we should be able to make it completely separate from what you
Oh, you
currently
think?
have, because it'll be like a whole new level. The battle level versus like the
Oh, true,
overworld.
true. Okay. So
Yeah.
Nick, maybe we don't have to rush that much on that then.
Plus, also most things. I mean, I don't know how it relates to coding, but most things on our end will be like rescalable. You know, any rig worth
Yep.
its salt is probably going to scale just fine. We can change how big the rigs get scaled on import to Unreal. Same with
Yep.
assets. So there's malleability.
Yeah. Okay. So, next week I'm actually gonna be on a business trip. I'm gonna be in Vegas. So I'm gonna be behind, by 3 hours. So I actually don't know if I'll be able to meet next week. So if you guys want to meet on your own, that's fine. I trust that you guys are like able to do that. But I won't be there. So let me know what you guys are gonna end up doing, if anything. Nick, you don't have anyone to meet with next week. So if you want to
Wah.
find a different time, let me know.
Okay.
But yeah, Zach and Kevin, if you want to work on stuff without me, that's fine. Okay. Thank you for that. Is there anything else that I want to go over in that realm? I don't think so. Okay. And then Andrew's turn.
Yeah. Well, I've shared with you
Yes.
what I briefly worked on yesterday. Did I
Yes.
say yesterday? Okay.
Yes.
I guess I could drop that in somewhere.
Yes,
I
we
guess I
have
could
the
drop
sound and music
in.
channel if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop that in just so that people can hear it. But I
Yes,
was
go
just
for it.
tinkering because we acquired a new sample library yesterday that is all Eastern Asia inspired. So
Yeah, Andrew was cooking.
it'll work as our sonic palette
Mhm.
of sorts. And I've just been familiarizing myself with that. That was yesterday, and I'll let me try and drop it in. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. I've just been getting used to the library, and I'll be playing with it some more as we go along. But I guess all I need in order to, I guess I don't like. How would you say you want me to like start? Because we kind of talked a little bit about sort of what I would need since I'm not doing the implementing of the audio. All I really need is like a asset list of like what you want me to
Yeah.
score.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
So
I think so we're just doing this like first village to start.
mhm,
So if you want it, I think there's a couple ways we could like go about it. So if you wanted to make like a theme music, you could do that, but I don't know if we
okay,
even know enough about like what the game is at this point to do
right,
that. But
right,
you can make like a town theme, um or
okay,
you can make a like a battle theme. So like the battle that we're going to start with is like a in the
yep,
story he's like instructing the main character's instructing a lesson for like younger students on like how to fight.
okay,
So like he's the one that's
yeah,
giving the tutorial. So it's
yeah,
like a battle, but it's not like super serious because he's like doing like
gotcha,
a training thing. Um
gotcha. Okay, cool.
and
So that's good. That's a good starting place.
yeah, or if you want to like think about like a character theme, we can meet and like discuss like stuff about the character.
Yeah,
Um and then like if you want to like build like leitmotifs into like different aspects, like we could have a
yeah,
discussion about like what like the main
yeah, yeah,
character's
yeah.
like music would sound like or something like that.
Right,
So
right.
those are different
Cool.
avenues, and I want to keep it a little more open to you, like what you feel like would be the most
Yeah,
interesting. Like by all means, you can work on.
yeah. I'll probably prod you with questions as I go, just
Yeah, yeah, hundred
because,
percent.
like obviously, yeah. I'll basically mm, I don't know the full scope of everything or like the trajectory of like the story and stuff. But
Mhm.
every location's gonna want music and stuff, and so like
Yeah.
eventually I'll be like accumulating a list of like location music, battle music, all these different assets essentially. So but yeah, I'll start fooling around with like what a village would sound like, and
Yeah.
sort of what a tutorial battle might sound
Yeah.
like too.
And then we
So
can
that's
like
good.
dial it in based on like the specific vibes of
Right.
the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
village and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep. I'll just be trying to find the sound. So
Yeah. But if we
Sweet.
want to take a minute and listen to what Andrew cooked up, let's all head over to the Sound of Music channel. And
I've been
Let's go
listening
for
to it.
oh, you did? Okay.
I definitely say
A-
that he
Andrew made
cooked.
this in 1 hour. So I'm excited for him to spend more time on it.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. Just getting familiar with it.
We're just sitting here judging your work right now.
I know. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just saying, yeah. The judgment has commenced. Yeah, it was sounding a little like overly epic or dramatic. I don't really know yet exactly what the vibes are gonna be in the
Yeah.
end.
So the story
Yeah,
in the beginning village
yeah.
is like it's supposed to be like very peaceful.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
then
yeah.
like there's like a kid who gets like stuck in like a cave. So like you go save him from the cave. So that'll probably have its own like audio stuff going on. But
Yeah.
when you exit the cave, there's like a emergency going on. It's like the
Yeah.
town's like under attack, so that'll have like
Okay.
different music.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
and then everybody dies, and then you get sent to the future. So
Oh boy.
yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So to
yeah,
start
so,
though, it's supposed to be like a very like mellow, like
Yeah.
like everything's kind of fine type beat.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just want to say that was
I was
beautiful.
gonna say in an hour. Come
Yeah.
on, you could have
Wow.
said like I finished. The music's done. And I would have been like awesome, good.
No, like
Yeah.
so
Great.
I was sitting at
Oh
work,
my
right?
god.
And he sent me, he's like, okay, like this is what I was working on, and I was like, oh, that was so fast. Like I think he did that in like 2 hours, right? And then I checked my phone, and from the time that I sent Andrew like the money for the audio package, and from when he sent me that file was like an hour and like 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
And I was like, okay, dude.
That's so funny.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's what I don't know. I was feeling, I was feeling inspired,
Yeah,
so
he
I was
was-
just like also playing with it. So
Yeah. So
but thank you,
Crazy,
everybody.
I
Yeah,
really
thank
like the dramatic buildup. It could be like a title screen.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
our game could be one of those games where the title screen is different depending on like where you're at on your save file.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
totally. Yeah.
Like imagine like when you start the game, it's like that nice little village, you know? And
Right,
then
right,
if
right.
you get past the prologue, it's like the village but destroyed.
It's fine. This is
Next time you open the game, you're like, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Sweet.
Um,
Anyway, yeah. So stay tuned for more
Yes.
of that.
Thank you, Andrew. That was
Yes.
dope.
Yeah.
Um
Thank you.
Okay, so in terms of next steps, right? So Zach and Kevin, you're gonna work on beginning implementation for the battle stuff. Is there anything that you need for me to like hand over, like, or are you just gonna use like default assets for everything?
I think we can
We're-
start with whatever assets. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I think
And
we
then-
should also probably get to a
Uh,
point where we know how to use Git at an efficient level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually something that's important. Yeah. So if we want to set up a Git for that, or you guys want to handle that, I guess. But yeah, okay. So that would be on the list then. And then Andrew, you're just gonna keep cooking and asking questions where you feel is necessary. and
Yep.
then we're shelving what Maria's doing until she comes back. So, Nick, this might be a good opportunity for us to jump back into story stuff because we haven't done that for a couple
Mhm.
months, which is
Yeah.
fine because I think we've made like actual, genuine progress on like what the game is and like how it's gonna work and how
Yeah,
stuff is
beyond
going.
like an official anything official, I guess we have the entire like vertical slice stuff kind of figured out.
In terms of
If I'm
what
not
we want to
mistaken.
accomplish for the slice, yes, we
For
do
the
have.
slice, yes, purely for
Yeah,
the slice.
yeah,
That's quite literally it. But yeah,
yeah. Well, we have some of chapter 2
we
for
do, we do. That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
But I have this note, this post-it note that I was writing on today of stuff that I want to go over with you when you're not sick. So
Thank you. Good.
when you're feeling a little better, I
Yeah.
have some interesting thoughts.
Sounds good.
Oh, actually, before we wrap up, as I always do, I'm like, oh yeah, before we leave, let's do this, and then it's like a 20-minute long thing. Do we have off the top of our own heads any recommendations for Andrew of video game music that we like?
Yeah. Yes, references.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be video game either. It could be like just
Yes. It could
anything
be
you think of.
any property. I was just saying video games because in terms of like the application, it might be a little
Right.
more easy to translate. But
Yeah. But you can
I
just
really
you can
like
sing,
how
Yeah.
like in Zelda, like
Mhm.
there's a theme per boss and like the
Mhm.
area that they're in.
Mhm.
Yep.
And it
Yep.
incorporates that motif in each of the fights.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys already know all this stuff, but
Yeah.
Well,
Sweet.
the Zelda games that I like, well, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are obviously like masterpieces, right? But
Right.
even before that, the first Zelda game I really played was Skyward Sword, which was the one that came out in like 2011. And I think
Yeah.
that one is the first one to have an orchestral soundtrack. All the other games are still really good. The audio is like really, really nice and they're iconic still.
Yeah.
But in terms of just like the sound, or
Right.
like the use of instrumentation, that one is like really, really good.
Okay.
And then
obviously this one it won't be like as orchestral. It'll
yeah,
be more
yeah,
Asian influenced, right?
yeah, at least for the starting area. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm thinking of hybridizing a little bit in
Yeah.
terms of just because I think it would be cool if there were like other things involved with all the Eastern stuff. But yeah, yes,
Mhm.
good suggestion. But yeah, if you think of any like after the call, even you can just drop them
Yeah.
in the sound music
Mhm.
channel, and I will. That is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I would
Reference
take a
that.
look at the inspo source as I always recommend because
Okay.
Paper Mario has like a lot of great stuff. The music is one of them.
Okay.
So I think actually all the Paper Mario games have like decently good music, even the bad ones. So what else off the top of my head? I don't know. Do you guys have any other ideas?
I think if we want to go like as vague as possible, just like
Uh-huh.
well, not go as vague as possible, but if we want to start as vague as possible with just like Eastern inspired stuff.
Yeah.
The newest Mortal Kombat has like really good menu music that's Eastern
Oh,
inspired.
true.
Isle of Dogs has a great score that's very Eastern inspired.
Oh,
a lot
true.
of taiko drums and stuff.
Yes, that's a great one.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
I watched Kubo and the Two Strings. That shit slaps.
Yes.
So,
Okay,
yeah, check out Kubo, and then Ghost of Tsushima is a really, really good
Yep.
game. The audio is a big part of that.
And then also the whole Civ franchise, but Civ 6 especially has very good like for like all countries, but like
Oh,
very
actually,
good,
that's
like,
a
like
great example,
peacetime
Nick. Yeah.
music, like very good, like
Yeah.
not like epic battle stuff, although it has that too, but like
Yeah.
it's very good at like just music that's like nice. and
Honestly,
whatever.
that's a really, really good recommendation, Nick, because
Which one is it? It's called
any game in the Civilization
Yeah,
series,
Oh,
but I'm thinking of Civ 6 in particular. But if you go to any of them, you'll find great stuff.
yeah, and the reason that's good is because in that game you can play as like a large variety of different
Exactly.
countries, and
And they all
depending
have
on the
their own
country you
music for
play as, they have different music for each country.
and
like, inspired.
different
Yeah.
different types of music for like different kinds of like circumstances, like if
Yeah.
you're at peace, if you're at war, if you're poor, if you're rich, etc.
Cool.
Oh, it's
That's
based on
great.
like money too. I didn't know that.
So I think there are like there's like golden age music in Civ
Oh,
6. Yeah.
true. Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah. Great. Those are great recs.
Yeah.
I just made a playlist for myself with all these.
One rec that I have is Divinity Original Sin 2.
Mhm.
It does like the motif thing a lot.
Sweet.
So I hope that's a good starting list for you.
That is a
Andrew.
very good starting point.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I'll just be listening to that in the background while I form thoughts.
All right, sweet. Okay, so I think in terms of like what we're doing, that's pretty much all square. So in terms of schedule, so next week I am not around. So do you guys think that you're gonna meet Zach and Kevin, or are you gonna
Yeah,
hold
we
off?
can we can at least try to figure out
Okay.
good stuff and then get started on level creation.
I guess just drop in like whatever, like the coding channel, I guess, or the Unreal channel, what you got up to after you're done.
Yeah, just make it big for us,
Make
so
what?
that
Oh, in Vegas?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm about to bankroll this whole project, guys. So we can all
Yeah.
quit our jobs. Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, yeah.
go.
That's what you meant by business trip.
Yeah. Okay, so
Awesome.
that will cover that. Nick, if you wanna meet on Sunday, I can do that, and then we can maybe talk some story stuff if you're not deceased.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'll be better by then.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. But
Otherwise,
I'm open.
we can just wait till it would have to be like the following meeting day.
Okay.
Before next meeting, and then Andrew, I guess, you can just cook as you want, but
Yep.
or maybe you can, depending on when Nick and I meet, I'll let you know when we're gonna do that,
Okay.
and then we can like, as a narrative guys, like talk to you about like what is actually happening, so you can have more of like a
Yeah, that'd be
understanding.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
so maybe we'll do like a narrative team thing.
Yeah.
Which we
Oh,
so
yeah,
that
would be
might
nice.
create another meeting for Nick, but that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a story where there's like a disco ball or something?
There
We
sure
could-
There
is.
sure is,
Yes.
dude.
There
Yes,
could
yeah, so-
definitely be some disco inspired music.
Yeah,
in
so-
there.
that'd be
Oh
So-
yeah, no, it's
be
literally gonna
so
be a dance
sick.
fight. So,
So
that'd be
yeah,
so
so
sick.
Andrew, in chapter 2,
Yeah.
so we have the prologue and then we have chapter 2. We don't know what chapter 1 is
Yeah.
yet, but chapter 2 is
we
gonna
know what
be
chapter 1 is.
oh, it's like the cave, right? Yeah. Oh, we did figure that.
Wow.
that out. Sorry, it's been a while.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So anyway, so chapter 2 is it takes place on like a winter land,
Okay.
where it's like there's like a little winter village, and then
Yeah.
but then you have to go to like this giant castle at the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the castle is led by like an emperor penguin, essentially.
Yeah.
And
That's sick.
he's like really into disco music. So yeah,
that's sick. Yeah,
so
that'll
like
be fun.
the boss battle is like you're fighting him and he's got like ice powers or whatever, but then
yeah.
and he's using like dance moves to like fight you, right?
Right.
But then at one point he's like if you get him down to like half health or something, he'll be
Mhm.
like, oh well, like now your turn to dance, and then he takes out a big Glock made of ice, and then he starts like shooting the floor, so like you have to like dance around
Yeah,
the boat, it's like a
Yeah, yeah.
DDR style battle.
Yeah. That's
To like
so
disco
funny.
music, yeah. So you have
That's
to like dodge the moves with like
Yeah.
DDR. So
That's sick. No, that's great. That'll be really fun to
Yeah.
figure out.
so if you can make a ice themed disco score,
Yeah. Battle. Yeah.
yeah. That's
That'd
also
be-
battle music. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. That would be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very narrow, so at least you know what you got to do. So.
Oh, I know exactly.
Yeah.
It's very niche.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that. You'll know it when you hear it.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's kind of it. So I think this is a good, nice, concise introductory meeting for everybody. So welcome again, Andrew. Clap, clap, clap.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And
Excited.
I think that'll kind of be it until next meeting, which would be March 6th. right. Well,
Sweet.
if you guys need anything else, just let me know. I am around. But I hope everybody has a nice couple weeks. Nick, get better.
Thank you.
Everybody send good vibes to Nick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for coming.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.